Yeah, good morning, guys. A heat advisory is in effect again this afternoon, goes through 8 p.m. for all of our southwest Missouri counties, where temperatures in the low to middle 90s will feel like 105 to 110. Starting out with bright blue skies this morning, it's 75 degrees in Springfield. Temperatures are in the middle 70s area-wide. It's 78 in Fort Leonard Wood and 74 in Mountain Grove. So as the kiddos head to school, it's going to be very warm this morning. 95 feels like 105 by dismissal. And then a couple of showers and storms will be possible, mainly to the east and northeast as we get clipped by a storm complex. That will come in a threat of some strong and severe storms, especially up in the yellow slight risk here. We're looking at golf ball size hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds, and some localized flooding possible if we get these storms to fire up. So hour by hour futurecast doesn't really like this idea, but we're looking at a storm complex coming through the St. Louis area, and that's why we're focusing the storm chances here. If we get the clouds and rain, that will also kill the heat for parts of the eastern Ozarks. We'll clear out tonight, and then we're looking at those temperatures in the middle 70s, lower 90s tomorrow with another front rolling through late. We'll have a couple of showers and storms possible there, and then it stays through Thursday. So we're looking at more widespread cloud cover and rain possible Thursday afternoon. Temperatures will really break from the heat, 83 degrees there. As the front stalls, the heat continues to break. Friday and Saturday, temperatures in the low to middle 80s, back near 90 by Sunday and Monday. Joe, Lauren.
We have some education coverage for you. With the new school year comes new technology, and about 20 Arkansas Special School District buses will now have Wi-Fi.
Hannah Zettel shows us how it will help students get their work done outside the classroom. Hannah?
Well, good morning. The first time Pulaski County students stepped onto the bus this year, they were also able to open up their Chromebooks and work on homework, as the commute to school will now be an extension of the classroom. This will benefit those who have a longer trip on the road, putting students at an advantage to knock out their assignments. Students say access to internet is valued even more by those children who do not have home Wi-Fi. Meanwhile, PCSSD plans to collect data to see how much of an impact Wi-Fi has on student learning. If achievement rates increase in the selected schools, the district will consider expanding that initiative to additional buses. Transportation Director Charles Blake points out kids can browse whatever they want online, as it is filtered internet.
We have a list of acceptable sites the students can log on to, as well as any recommended sites from our schools that they would like our students to view.
Costs are covered from money from last year's operating budget, and starting the first week of September, PCSSD will alternate which school buses will get Wi-Fi. They'll be on buses with longer routes home, going to away sporting games, and field trips.
All right, Hannah Zettel, thank you. It's your right to know now. More than a year after a boys' boarding school closed in McDonald County, the couple who ran it is facing trafficking charges. Gary and Megan Wiggins were indicted for allegedly trafficking boys in their boarding school between May and July of last year. The Wiggins ran Joshua home and claimed the school would help troubled boys through Christian-based education. The couple and the school was thought to have moved to Bertram, Texas.
The McDonald County Sheriff's Office began an investigation after a relative of one of the boys asked for a well-being check. At least 5 boys were staying at the home in Jane, Missouri. The McDonald County Sheriff's Office notified authorities in Texas of that situation, and then officials there raided a 10-acre property near Bertram. 8 boys between the ages of 10 and 17 years old were removed, and the Wiggins are now in police custody.
In political news, Missouri's new voter ID law is on trial. The NAACP and ACLU argue the state did not do enough to educate people about the new law or how they can get an ID. Testimony is underway in Cole County and should last all week. The state argues an 18-month informational campaign was more than what was required by law to educate voters.
Some more local news for you this morning. MoDOT engineers have developed a second design option for a new interchange for Route 60 at Missouri Route 125 near Rogersville. It's asking the public, though, to give feedback on the original option, along with the newly developed second option, at an open house meeting today at Logan Rogersville High. It starts at 4:30 and goes for 2 hours, but if you can't make it, you can go online later tonight and see the discussions made during this meeting. To some news around the region for you. A man is in police custody for capital murder in connection to a child's death nearly a year ago. Joshua Anderson was arrested for the death of a 2-year-old Springdale girl. In September of last year, the child was taken to Northwest Medical Center in Springdale with multiple injuries and was later pronounced dead.
This is obviously an extremely serious crime, and serious crimes by their very nature have to be rooted in the evidence. They can't be bound up in our emotions and how we feel about them, and they have to be based in the evidence. This will be an evidence-based prosecution like any other case we deal with.
Smith says Anderson will have a bond hearing within the next few days.
A 16-year-old becomes the 11th child or teen fatally shot in St. Louis this summer. Jason Eberhardt's family says he was excited about the upcoming football year.
But the teen was shot and killed in the Carr Square neighborhood of St. Louis early Sunday morning. One of Eberhardt's family's members says that he's not surprised over losing his little cousin to violence.
I'm a realist. Unfortunately, we're at a point right now that, like we say, guns and bullets have no names. If you're in the wrong place, even at the right time nowadays, you can get it. So there's no such thing as being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
According to police, there have been 126 homicides in the city of St. Louis so far this year. A social worker says what she sees and hears is alarming.
Talking to kids and having kids tell you that one of their wishes is to live in a city where they don't have to duck bullets, it's heartbreaking. And I've had a child tell me that one of their wishes is to be able to go outside and play.
So far, no word from police on a possible motive or any suspects so far in the case of this shooting.
2 law enforcement agencies will be running a joint mobilization to crack down on distracted driving. The Fayetteville Police Department is working with the Washington County Sheriff's Office in Arkansas to encourage drivers to put down their phones on the road and be more vigilant. Sergeant Tony Murphy with the Fayetteville PD says a person texting and driving has nearly the same mannerisms as a person intoxicated behind the wheel.
Keep that in mind when you're picking your phone up to respond to a text driving down the road, that officers are looking for that, and if they see some erratic driving, they're going to pull you over.
The mobilization will be this Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
A top trending story at the moment right now is talking about Planned Parenthood withdrawing its federal funding, dropping out of its Title X arrangement.
And that is all to avoid a Trump administration rule barring Planned Parenthood from talking to patients about abortion services. The president of Planned Parenthood calling the rule unethical and dangerous, and that being the reason.
All right, just a few seconds left here. We need to check out that forecast one last time with Elisa Raffa.
95 by dismissal, guys. 105 will be that real feel. A couple of showers and storms possible with a severe threat, mainly to the east, so please keep that in mind.
All right, thanks for waking up with us on this Tuesday morning. We'll see you back here for a news update in a few minutes.